Have you ever felt as though life is shutting doors in your face at every turn? I'm sure we've all had those moments where it feels like the world is conspiring against us. But remember, adversity is a universal experience. It's not an exception, but rather an integral part of the human condition. We all face trials, tribulations, and moments of uncertainty, but what separates us is not the adversity itself, but how we respond to it. This is where the wisdom of the ancient Stoics comes into play. They faced adversity with equanimity, seeing it not as an enemy to be defeated but as a teacher to be learned from. They found solace and strength in the face of hardships, turning their challenges into opportunities for growth. So let's take a leaf from their book. Let's delve into the profound wisdom of Stoicism and learn how to stand tall amidst the storm. In the face of adversity, the ancient Stoics found solace and strength. Let's explore how. When the storm rages, the Stoics sought shelter in gratitude. Gratitude, my friends, is a powerful tool, a beacon of light in the darkest of storms. It's not about ignoring the challenges or difficulties we face, rather it's about acknowledging the gifts we've been given despite those challenges. Consider the simple pleasures of life that we often take for granted. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the scent of fresh rain, or the laughter of a loved one. These are all reasons to be grateful. Marcus Aurelius, a famed Stoic philosopher, once penned in his meditations, "Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars and see yourself running with them." He emphasized the importance of gratitude, of recognizing the beauty that surrounds us, even when times are tough. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive. The Stoics believed in the power of the mind to weather any storm. Indeed, the cultivation of inner strength is akin to building a fortress within ourselves, impervious to the tempests of life's trials and tribulations. Let's imagine a ship in the midst of a stormy sea. The ship does not sink because of the water around it, it sinks when the water gets inside it. Similarly, adversity does not break us unless we let it seep into our minds and souls. Take for example the story of a woman who, after losing her job, used the situation as an opportunity to start her own business. She faced her fears head-on and remained calm amidst the chaos, drawing from the wellspring of her inner strength. Epictetus, a wise Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Remember, your mind is your citadel. Guard it well, and it will serve you in all circumstances. To the Stoics, adversity was not an obstacle, but a teacher. Indeed, the trials we face are not mere roadblocks, but rather, they are opportunities for growth. Consider a seed buried in the dark, facing the adversity of the soil. It doesn't give up, rather. It uses that adversity to grow, to push upwards, towards the light. It learns from its struggles, it adapts, and it thrives. Likewise, we can draw wisdom from our missteps and hardships. For instance, failure in a project could reveal areas of our skill set needing improvement. The end of a relationship, however painful, could teach us more about our own needs and boundaries. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. True strength and growth come not from ease and comfort, but from facing, learning from, and overcoming adversity." So, the next time you face a challenge, remember, it's not an obstacle, it's a teacher. The Stoics found peace, not in the past or the future, but the present. The present moment is the only reality we truly possess. Stoics understood the profound power of now. They practiced mindfulness, focusing their thoughts and energy on the present, rather than dwelling on past regrets or future anxieties. Consider a beautiful sunset. Its fleeting beauty can only be fully appreciated in the present moment. If you are entrapped in the past or consumed by the future, you miss the brilliance of the now. This principle applies to our daily lives. Every moment holds its own unique value and potential, and by embracing the present, we unlock the fullness of life. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, was a strong advocate of this thought. He urged us to arm ourselves with reason and face each day as it comes. He said, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." The Stoics knew the key to tranquility was understanding control. The concept of control is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. They believed that we should focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. This may seem straightforward, but it is often easier said than done. Let's take an example. The weather, for instance, is something we cannot control. Yet, we often let a rainy day dampen our mood. Instead, the Stoics would advise us to accept the rain and choose to enjoy the day regardless. On the other hand, our response to a situation, our decisions, and our actions are things we can control. By focusing our energy on these aspects, we can navigate life more peacefully. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, we should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is or is not in my control? Understanding this concept is a powerful tool in dealing with adversity and cultivating resilience. The Stoics embraced life fully, in all its ups and downs. They saw every moment as an opportunity to learn, grow, and express virtue. Every situation, no matter how challenging, was seen as a chance to practice resilience, patience, and wisdom. For the Stoics, living fully meant accepting and embracing the unpredictability of life. Consider, for instance, the great Stoic philosopher, Seneca. Despite his immense wealth and influence, he constantly reminded himself of the impermanence of life. He lived each day as if it were his last, not out of fear, but out of a deep appreciation for the present moment. He once wrote, "We are always complaining that our days are few, and acting as though there would be no end of them." For Seneca, and for the Stoics, living fully was about making the most of the present, about living intentionally and with purpose. Because, as Seneca said, life is long if you know how to use it. The Stoics were lifelong learners, constantly seeking wisdom. They understood that life is a never-ending journey of learning, and wisdom is the compass that guides us through it. It's not just about accumulating knowledge, it's about seeking understanding and applying that knowledge to our lives. Consider the great Stoic, Marcus Aurelius. He was a Roman emperor, yet he saw himself as a student of life, always learning, always seeking wisdom. In his meditations he wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." This was not just a clever turn of phrase but a profound expression of wisdom. He was saying that we must rise above petty rivalries and the desire for revenge. Instead, we should seek to learn from our experiences and grow wiser. Seeking wisdom is about constantly questioning, constantly growing. It's about recognizing that we don't have all the answers, and that's okay. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. We have journeyed through the ancient wisdom of the Stoics, learning strategies to navigate adversity. We've explored how to use adversity as a catalyst for growth, and how to turn obstacles into stepping stones. We started by practicing gratitude, an act that allows us to find joy and meaning in the midst of challenges. We learned to appreciate the smallest of blessings, understanding that each one is a gift, not a given. Next, we cultivated inner strength, facing our demons head-on and remaining calm amidst the storm. As the great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." We then moved on to learning from adversity. We embraced the idea that every challenge is a lesson, every difficulty an opportunity for growth. In the words of Epictetus, difficulty is what wakes up the genius. Subsequently, we embraced the present moment, savoring the here and now, understanding that the past is gone, the future is uncertain, but the present is all we truly have. We also learned to distinguish between what is within our control and what isn't. We realized that how we respond to events is the only true thing we can control. Then we talked about living fully, of embracing life with all its ups and downs, its joys and sorrows. True fulfillment, we learned, comes from experiencing life in all its rawness and richness. Finally, we sought wisdom, understanding that the pursuit of knowledge and understanding is a lifelong journey. We acknowledged that wisdom isn't about knowing all the answers, but about asking the right questions. Through these 7 strategies, we've learned the Stoic way of dealing with adversity. It's not about avoiding challenges, but about facing them with courage, wisdom, and equanimity. Remember, like the Stoics, you have the power to transform adversity into strength. Embrace these strategies, apply them in your life, and see how they change your perspective. Don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom from the ancients.